Hello everybody, hi, Facebook Live people. I'm Clarissa, I'm coming to you from the Fit Factor studio in downtown Alhambra. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so happy to see you on this happy Hump Wednesday. So today we're gonna talk about 4 breathing techniques that can help anybody at different times in your life, throughout your day, throughout your week, throughout your month. These are breathing techniques that I've learned along the way in my journey with yoga, but you do not have to be a yogi or a yogini to practice these breathing techniques. These techniques can happen, you don't have to go to a yoga class or be on a yoga mat to do these. These are things that you can do anytime, all day, every day, every day, okay? Okay. Remember, this is my big #1 rule. The only rule that I have in yoga is that the only requirement for yoga is for you to breathe. And so it doesn't matter if you're flexible or if you can balance or if you could do a headstand or handstand or whatever. As long as you can breathe, you are practicing yoga. So here we go, 4 great breathing techniques to help you throughout your day. So the first one is the mother, the grandmother, the matriarch of all breath, the Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi, Ujjayi, I think is how it's spelled. This is also sometimes known as victorious breathing. And what it is, this one I use anytime I'm doing anything active. So if I'm doing a physical practice, a very active physical practice, think about it, there's a little valve in the back of your throat called your glottis valve. You have the power to open that valve closed. So if you close that valve off and you constrict the back of the throat, it almost sounds like Darth Vader, or sounds like the ocean. You can hear the breath sipping in and out of the back of the throat. The reason why we do this is it gives us an opportunity to take bigger, deeper, longer, more full breaths. And the same exact thing with the exhale. Some schools of thought do not have you constrict the throat on the inhale, only on the exhale. My particular school of thought, or the way I teach it, is to constrict the back of the throat both on the inhale as well as the exhale. This is a wonderful way also to get rid of all the stagnant air that's in the bottom 2/3 of our lungs. We tend to just use the top 1/3. So this is really good in the morning. You don't even have to come to yoga class. Just do 10 of these in your car on the way to work or before you get out of your bed. Constrict the throat, breathe in slowly all the way up to the crown of the head. And then the same thing on the exhale, squeezing the belly in, squeezing all of that stagnant air that's been in the lungs all night long. Get all of that out of the body and start the day with fresh breath, literally. Don't just brush your teeth, brush your breath, brush your lungs, brush it all out. Okay, that's #1, Ujjayi breath. And you can use this also in your other workouts too. It doesn't have to just be yoga. Use it when you run, use it when you're doing bar, use it when you're doing 50-minute Fit Factor, intense interval training, all of that stuff. Use your Ujjayi breath. Okay, #2, second breath is breath with pause. I love this breath because this is a breath that helps us to focus, helps us to get centered. So if you're investigating meditation, you're interested in starting to meditate, you don't know where to start with this breath. What you do is you inhale, and when you get to the top of the breath or the side, I see breath as going up and down. Some people see it as expanding. However you visualize it, when you get to the end of the top of the breath, take a little pause. Not long enough for you to have to gasp for the next breath, but just long enough for you to recognize that moment before you exhale. And then the same thing happens at the bottom of the exhale. Take a pause there. Then you just keep on continuing that. Inhale and exhale with the pause at the top, pause at the bottom. And what this does is helps us to center. It's kind of like when we are in Shavasana. If you take my class, I often talk about when you're in Shavasana, trying to quiet the mind so that you stay in that moment in between thoughts. Because we have so many thoughts going around in our brain that sometimes you'll have a thought and you'll go, okay, I'm in Shavasana, I'm just gonna put that thought down. And you have this little brief moment of time where you're not in the past, you're not in the future, you're not regretting anything, you're not planning for anything, you're just present in the moment. That's what breath with pause does. It brings you to that moment right there where you just You're not in a state of inhale or a state of exhale. You're just right in the middle. And it's only to be there long enough just to recognize that moment and then move on. And this is a wonderful way to center. Today I was doing some work. I had 10 things going on at home. The kids coming in and out, the news was on, the laundry was going, I was planning this talk, I was doing a class plan, I was answering questions to my husband at the accountant for the taxes. There was a lot going on and I was on a time frame. I needed to get this done. I used my breath with pause. I did it for 2 minutes, centered, focused, and then powered through and was able to get this done. So, again, yoga off the mat. It doesn't have to be in your yoga class. This is something that can help you when you need to focus, when you need to center. Okay, number 3, 1 to 2 breath. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. I learned this one a while back, and this has come in very handy for me. So literally, if you inhale for a 1 count, you exhale for a 2 count. If you inhale for a 2 count, you exhale for a 4 count. If you inhale for 3, you exhale for 6, so on and so forth. It's the 1 to 2 breath. That's what we call it. What this does is it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. So when that fight or flight reflex kicks in, maybe you're in a posture that is causing you anxiety. Maybe you're about to go and give a speech. Maybe you had to do a Facebook Live and you got a little nervous. Maybe you're about to have a conflict with somebody and you need to keep yourself together. You need to keep it in control. You need to get your breath together. You need to calm that fight or flight reflex. This is the breath for you. I love this breath. It doesn't matter. Maybe somebody cuts you off in traffic. Whatever it is that gets you riled up, go to your 1 to 2 breath. I promise you, you try it. You let me know what you think. But this is one of my favorite breaths. I don't want to be dramatic, but I feel like this breath can actually change your life. I really do. All of these breathing techniques. Okay, one more. Foggy breath, exhale. Oh, I love this exhale. We've been doing this in class the last couple weeks a lot. It's literally what it sounds like. So you breathe in, and then you open the mouth, like you're trying to fog a mirror. I don't care if you had garlic or onions for lunch, whatever. Inhale, exhale. Big fog the mirror, exhale. This is why we sigh. We sigh because it feels good. Our body needs a release. All right, so one being your 1 to 2 breath. Should I start that over? Okay, I'm just gonna recap really quick because I think we were out for a couple of seconds, for about 30 seconds there. So the 4 breaths again. First one, Ujjayi breath, the mother of all breathing. Number 2, the breath with a pause, help you to get focus, help you to get clarity. Number 3, the 1 to 2 breath, calm this central nervous system, calm that fight or flight reflex. And number 4, the foggy breath exhale, it's like a giant sigh. Feels so good. Just got to get that out every once in a while, yes? All right, so I want you to try these techniques. Let us know, do they help, do they change? It's not going to change your circumstance, I'll tell you that for sure, but it will change the way that you approach your circumstance and the way you react to circumstances, and that can be very life-changing. So I'd love to challenge you to just receive this information and to maybe try and put it into practice in your life, whether it's driving in your car or sitting at your desk or actually in your yoga class. Anyway, pass it on, share it with a friend, connect with us on social media, and thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure that you live fully, and we'll see you again real soon. God bless. Namaste. Mwah.